Welcome to Ecom Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we talk about one thing and one thing only. That's what's now and next in e-commerce, so operators and marketers like you can survive and thrive. It is Monday, February 16th, 2026 in the year of our Lord, and we are coming to you live from an undisclosed location in the Austin, Texas area, and this would only be possible with the partners that we have, Seguno, Postscript, and AMP, and we have an incredibly packed show for you today. The great AppLovin debate is on, and it was on all weekend long. Is it the cheat code and legitimate second or third option for our ad spend? My personal belief right now. Or is it a scam? Some people were saying so. Bright minds disagreed and had many things to say. We will get into it, and we all love AI, don't we? Until it hallucinates our company data and we make crucial decisions based upon that. And then we find out later and our job is at risk. Real nightmare stories took place. We're going to cover it. And OpenAI acqui-hired the founder of OpenClaw, generational fumble for Claude. And Meta's Manus is rolling out its own versions of custom agents. Many things to get into. And most excitingly, Ray Lee, CEO of Sene, is going to join us as always. I am joined by my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Colin, get in here.
Let's go.
Colin, much took place over the weekend, but before we get to all of that, you know, custom suits online should be a thing that does not work. I mean, I don't know how one could make it work, but Ray Lee is that guy. He is that guy who has made it work. Returns, sizing, fit issues, etc. I mean, there's a graveyard of apparel businesses because of those many things, but he is the person who has threaded the needle and found the way, and we need to bring him into this show right now. Ray, get inside of here. Get in this show, Ray.
Let's go.
What's up, guys?
Let's go.
The energy is amazing. Oh
Amazing.
my gosh.
Long time coming. Long time coming. For you. It's for you, Ray.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Man, we appreciate having you on the show, brother. And man, this has been, I know that you know Colin very well. Of course, we've talked before too, many years ago, but I have been enjoying watching you from afar. And you know, you've got such a unique catalog of products now. I mean, you've gone to the t-shirt, you know, there was even a little tease about uniforms and so many things that you guys have cooking on your end. Just give me some perspective first for our audience who may not know you, Ray. Brother, how have you been able to make custom fit suits work on the internet at Sene? I mean, they're fine, they're tech suits, luxurious. How have you been able to make this work, man?
Thanks so much, man. Yeah, I mean, we built our own proprietary AI engine called SmartFit. And so the idea was to make it possible to dummy proof ordering custom clothing, because traditionally you have to go see a tailor, but you take a 60-second quiz. It's all things. You don't have to measure yourself. You don't have to get scanned. You can do it while you're on the toilet. and it's that easy. And then you just get it generates the back end though is crazy because we generate a digital clone of your body and then we extrapolate your preferences and your shape into what the end garment should be. So the tech is pretty cool. And yeah, that's kind of how we started in suits. To your point, moved on to tees, denim, athletic wear. We're launching a golf collection this summer. But yeah,
Whoa!
it's pretty wild.
Whoa! Breaking news.
Love that.
Little breaking news
That's
on
right.
the show here, Ray.
You hear it first on the show. We haven't mentioned it anywhere.
I mean, Colin, to me, Ray's biz sounds like a quasi tech company. Sounds like he's going to get some nice valuations, perhaps. Some nice multiples with that tech. That's phenomenal, man. I had no clue that you guys had your own AI engine behind this thing that you have.
Yeah, man. We did AI before AI was cool.
Wow.
He was building the Claude Bot 1. Ray, talk a little bit about so you have this current version that you have for Sene right now.
Yeah.
I would say this is not V1. You've had earlier iterations of this and basically iterations that you had to pivot away from because they weren't working. Can you talk a little bit more about your failures and how that kind of led you to this new avenue?
Yeah. We in fact had an earlier version of the business called Suitable. That was the first iteration of it. And it was, custom suits sold that were really cheap, honestly, not the best quality, but had cool, trendy cuts, sort of like Zara, but custom. And then we, I think there was a time where a lot of different people were trying to crack the nut on custom. And so you had all these different players. And so we did that. We opened a store in LA. We changed the name to Sene. We were trying to do more cool casual clothing. That was custom, but still we ended up just getting people who wanted to buy custom suits for weddings. And we had the super high overhead. It was very difficult to scale. We were measuring people with the measuring tape. It took 30 minutes to fit someone. And it was 2019. My son was just born. My wife was like, you got to figure something out or you need to go get a full-time job. Oof. And we were about to run out of cash, 2 months of runway left. And then,
brother.
Yeah, it was stressful, so stressful. And we pivoted. We had just created the first version of the Flex Tech suit, which was our first hero product. And we had put it out on the floor in the store. And we just saw all these people who were just walking in would gravitate towards that. What is this? And we found it was really easy to sell it. And we were like, we can build a business behind this. We need to get rid of everything else. And we're just going to go all in on this. The idea, the insights were, it wasn't enough to be custom. People build relationships with brands. So the brand had to be cool, but also the product had to be really interesting, regardless of it, whether it was custom or not. So, and then we were like, sizing has to be simple. We can't keep measuring people like this. And then we created the first version of Smart Fit. We launched that with the Kickstarter in May 2019. That was our Hail Mary.
Wow.
If it worked, save the business. If it didn't, we would be done. Wow. So we launched it. Yeah, it's crazy. And then on day one, it just really popped off. And that saved the business. That was
how we love that.
Started.
I love that so much. Wow. I think, Ray, one of the things that I appreciate about you and that I know other people that follow you on LinkedIn and other places, I think one of the things they appreciate is that it's not all sunshine and rainbows up and to the right. We only make money forever. We're all profitable. We're always flying around in our PJs because e-com is so easy and getting a product to market is so awesome. And if you're not successful, then you're really dumb and be like me. Giving us insight into some of those war stores. Man, I'm having panic attacks. I got 2 months of runway left. My wife is telling me, hey, brother, you got to get it together or get a job. We're pushing the chips in. We got to make this work. Kickstarter, if this ain't it, then we're closing up shop, everything. Man, I think people really appreciate because it's real. And there's a lot of stories like that I think really endear the e-com community to you. Man, give me perspective on just sharing that. I mean, there's a piece of you that probably doesn't want to share any of that and just always keep the nice, pleasant face in front of everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I think There was a decision early on to try to be for the guys who are struggling, and not try to not try to spin like the story of what's going on. And I remember myself, just especially when we were struggling, you get all these people who are hyping themselves on LinkedIn or wherever, and then a couple of years later, you find out that actually what's going on is quite different. And also sometimes people are just lying about what's going on. So I don't like that. I also feel like, for my cousin and I co-founded Sene, and for us, we're both Christians. Our faith is a huge part of our business journey. So we feel like our business shouldn't be about us. And it should be a story of like, I think we almost went out of business so many times that we feel like this should be a story of grace and a story of like two guys who don't have everything figured out, but have had this amazing opportunity to build something that they're passionate about. And, because I think there's a lot of pressure to feel, when you're an entrepreneur, to feel like, if I don't have the right credentials, or if I don't make the perfect set of decisions, I'm done. But I think there's and I think that's the story when you have How I Built This, right? Those podcasts are all about, they make the entrepreneur seem like this incredible hero who just is so smart. And it's like, it's 99% them and 1% luck, something like that. I really think that's not how it works. It's there's a lot of luck, and the way we look at it is luck is divine providence. So I just want people to not carry the weight with them all the time.
Wow. I love that. Ray, we got to talk about some of the cool people that have been involved with Sene. You are too humble about this. You do not share this enough. You're too humble of a guy. Somebody will be ordering and be like, yeah, this is a super famous person. And you're just like, yeah, I guess this happened. Can you let us know some of the crazy famous people that have had the absolute privilege of dressing in Sene? Some of the cool people you've gotten to work with as well.
Yeah. Other than Colin. Other than
me.
Colin's number one.
Obviously.
Colin's number one.
Number one. Yeah.
We have, our target persona is someone who's sits at the intersection of business and creativity. So we have a lot of CEOs and people who have built like massive organizations that we're just like, wow, I can't believe you're ordering from us. So it's like Scooter Braun, Mark Zuckerberg.
Wow. Let's go! You got Zuck!
Yeah, we got Zuck.
Let's go, baby!
We have like some NBA guys. We have James Freeman, founder of Blue Bottle.
Wow.
We have one of the founders of Quest Protein, founder of United Entertainment Group. There's like a bunch of notable architecture firms that are like the founders of those. So we just feel it's really privileged, to get to make stuff for these guys.
Man, it seems to me it's a product of actually not giving up on quality, continuing to iterate, finding something that wins, and then continuing to push further and further in, and you went from this largely a wedding business to now servicing, these people who are doing wonderful things in our world. And I love that. Man, tell me, I am particularly interested. Of course, the suit I love, but I'm particularly interested in the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I think there is something about the perfect t-shirt that is so compelling inside of menswear. And there's been a lot of brands that have taken their crack at it and done really well. True Classic, they've taken their crack at it, and a number of others. But it looks to me like you've really got something on your hands, and it's elevated. It's upstairs, it's top shelf. Man, what motivated you to get into that? I think it probably didn't take 2 months to develop, is my guess. I think it probably took a while. Give me perspective on the shirt and why that's important to you.
Yeah. Well, one, I don't really wear suits very often. So I wanted to do something that just about anyone can own.
Yeah.
And for us, we're never going to win on price because, it costs us a lot more to make things.
Yeah.
So the question has always been, how do we make the best version of any category we want to get into? There's also this expectation from the people that we serve. You know, I think some people just want to put out a lot of crap, and that works. But for us, the moment we put out something that's subpar, we really lose the trust of our customers. And so that was a piece of it. But so we just knew we only have the option. If we're going to get into the tea game, we need to have a unique point of view.
Yeah.
And it needs to be awesome. We also had this opportunity to make all of this stuff in the USA. So we thought like it'd be really cool to do bespoke teas that are really great, made here in the US.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is it took us 2 years to unlock teas.
Wow.
And we, it was crazy. Yeah. So we were we were pretty, people just give up really early on things, but we were like, no, we're going to figure this out. There is something here.
Let's go.
And we had two sort of fabrics that we were working with. One was more lightweight, sort of a more normal tea fabric. And there was another one that was a lot more expensive to make. And essentially we were working with our mill and our factories, and they were like, oh, we have this one fabric here, and it's for sweaters. And I was like, this could make a really interesting tea. It'd be heavyweight, super soft, it's incredibly plush. I haven't seen a t-shirt like this.
Wow.
And they're like, okay, we'll make it for you. We'll try it out. The moment I put it on, I was like, this is the best t-shirt I've ever worn.
Let's go.
This would be amazing. But I was like, this is too expensive. We're not going to run ads behind this. Like, who's going to buy this? And then later on, the Bear, the TV show came out, heavyweight teas were starting to be in. And we had been trying to market the cheaper tea, which was still a really great quality, just sort of medium lightweight tea.
Yeah.
It is like culturally, it feels like the right moment. Let's try to go after the product I really love. And I think within a week, it started scaling up really quickly.
Wow.
And I think we were like, oh my gosh, this is the velocity at which it was growing for a new hero product was the fastest we've ever seen for one of our new products. It outpaced the trajectory that we had on the suiting program. Like it was able to get to a level that in half a year that the suit program took 3 years to get to. So it jumped up really quickly. So it was awesome for me because I was like, this is what I've wanted to do for so long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
That's wild. So we have a big thing on this show where it's basically called the one-man brand. We feel really strongly about the one-man brand or a really, really strong team and a small team in 2026 can do amazing things. Obviously, you have surpassed a crazy record where you've broken into 8 figures. Can you talk a little bit about your team size and then how you're thinking about that moving forward, as well as kind of the AI stuff that you're actually thinking about where you're like, I think we could add 2 or 3 of these pieces in here and just make us up and to the right even more.
Yeah. So I think on the team size part, we have probably a larger team than
we're with you, Ray.
Okay,
we're with you.
Cool. We have a larger team than probably some companies our size. So we're around, because you hear about companies having 3 to 6 people, but we have about 20 people.
Awesome.
We have 2 in marketing, 3 in fulfillment, 4 in customer service, 3 in a fit review role, which is like a concierge role for people to update their fit. And then we have, I think 2 to 3 backend engineers, 1 front-end engineer. So the team mix is pretty different, I think, from traditional D2C. And, but most D2C teams don't have multiple backend engineers, right? Like but we have people working on the AI engine. And that's a meaningful piece of overhead. So I think for us, we've always felt like this is the part that people don't see from the outside because you can't this is just but it's a ton of work building out. There's a lot of stuff we're doing on the platform side because there's a lot of D2C Shopify ecosystem tools that are irrelevant for us because you think about the fact that someone orders something that's custom. If they need to remake it, we're going to do a V2 on that garment. And then we need to update, figure out what does that mean if their t-shirt was fitted, how does that impact any other garments that they might order that are custom fit? Like, what's that relationship?
Yeah,
How
that's
do
a
you
great
apply
point.
machine learning to it to make sure sort of those relationships make sense? How is it getting better and better over time? We've built a bunch of there's like a platform layer that connects with our factories, because every time we get an order in, that generates a digital file that's sent to the factory where it automatically starts cutting. So anyway, that's stuff on the tech side. That's quite a bit. But I think we've been able to be really smart with the way we've approached marketing. We've always wanted to control it in-house because we feel like the brand is is in our DNA. But I think we're actually pretty good for like the next level of scale with the team that we have currently. Like, we don't really need to expand too much. And then sorry, I forgot what your other question was, but that
all good
speaks to the team part.
Are you still hands-on keyboards in the ads manager? And caveat to that question, after Zuck ordered, did you get a little discount on your ads?
I know, right?
Zuck was like, hey, let's shave a couple percentages off this guy. I love this.
Just a few bips for our boy Ray.
I know. Come on. No, I think he's been very equal opportunity with letting us get hit with the meta bugs, just like everyone else.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
That's painful.
Nice.
But I think so. Sorry, say that other part of the question.
Are you still in the ads manager day to day?
So I'm not. But we had brought on this one agency for about a year and a half. I wasn't super thrilled with them, so we sort of parted ways amicably, a good relationship. But I went back hands-on keyboard for a while, and then I realized, I'm not the guy for this. Like, my skill level is good enough to get us to 8 figures, but to get us to the next level, it's not going to be me. And especially our catalog has gotten really broad, and running ads for a single hero product so different from running ads for
very different
complex. So we brought on this one like super boutique agency where this one guy's run growth for a bunch of big fashion brands. I think for us and where we are, there's probably like 3 to 4 guys who would be a good fit for this. I've known him for a while from afar, and I had no idea he was doing some consulting. So he came on. Now he and one other person are hands on keyboard, but it's really different from an agency because it's basically he's my point of contact, and then there's someone who will do some execution. But that's been really positive, like been huge.
Amazing.
Well, I think something that you said there is really important, and I've noticed it a couple of times in our conversation. You said I have been great. Single hero product getting us to this level. I have been great for that. I also noticed you said when I put on that tee, hey, let's try that tee. I put that on. I knew that's it. And I think there's something about that. There's something about that with founder being involved, being really the person that he is creating for, and having that sense like this is it. And I'll tell you this, there's this kid I knew 2 years ago. He's Gen Z, so cool. He's one of the coolest guys I've ever known. And he got a shirt from Korea that's heavyweight, and it looked a lot like it. And when I saw it and I felt it, I was like, oh gosh, yeah, man, this is on a different level. And now I see you making it here, custom fit for all of us. So, I mean, to me, it just says you got bigger and brighter future to come. And, the wholesale and the uniforms. And man, I think you guys with your catalog expanding, I mean, to me, it just says you're set up for success to the here and beyond.
Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're really excited about what's ahead. And I think we're there, especially having someone come on to take over a lot of the media buying. It frees us up to look at, okay, where are we building next, to your point. So yeah, we're pumped.
Well, man, we appreciate you making the time and coming on here. We know you are a busy man, but we look forward to what's coming out with the golf collection and all the things. We'd love to have you on again and bring you back to talk about that when it's time. Can we do that?
Absolutely. I mean, you guys are the best. So anything you need. Love what you guys are doing.
Okay. We appreciate you, Ray. Ray, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
Wow. What a legend.
Just keeps going. He just keeps going. You know what I mean?
What a ledge. You know what I have noticed? I'm just going to call this out because it is the case. for those who have been tracking with us, the past 3 episodes have all been, I think, embodied by this kind of spirit of humility. A
Yeah.
very humble, down to the earth. I'm here to serve Johnny Hickey. Oh, I'm just the janitor, And then Josh Durham, I'm here to serve. And then you hear it when Ray talks, his demeanor, all the things, the people that we serve was the wording that he chose to use. There's
Yeah.
something about that that's very compelling.
Yeah. And all those guys are going next level with their businesses. So
Yeah,
there's
they
a
are.
through line to this where, hey, we're just saying, we're trying to throw you guys the insights and the trends. That
Yeah.
could be one of them.
He's something that Ray didn't mention, but I know is the case because I was getting into his posts on LinkedIn. The guy's like a top voice on LinkedIn. Everybody should go
Yeah.
follow the guy on LinkedIn and on Twitter. In less than a year, they've had a number of like, hey, this Michelin-starred restaurant, all of their staff now want to wear Sene, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then, hey, all of the execs at this luxury car company, they're all wearing Sene, blah, 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 blah. And so now they've got this whole aspect about getting into uniforms and how they can outfit entire. I mean, it's so interesting. I would have never thought of that. And now the opportunity is right there, and they're rolling it out and doing it.
Imagine that from like an ads campaign angle.
Yeah.
It's just so unique. It's so unique. It's, Scene Studio now outfits Michelin-star chefs. Wouldn't you like to be like that? Or
Yeah.
Scene Studio outfits all of the top executives at Lamborghini or Ferrari. Don't you also want to be like that? It's like, you can't buy that marketing. It's crazy.
You can't buy that.
It's crazy.
That's a product of quality and consistency and perseverance and perhaps humility and just continuing to push forward and serve in a winsome way. There's a lot of nuggets to pick up from that conversation. Before we move forward, let's talk about focus. And Ray is surely a man of focus. I'm talking about Postscript. When you focus, like Ray did from Sene and continues to do, when you focus, you get outsized results. And that's why with Postscript, when you make the switch, you see an average 22% increase in SMS revenue. Why can they do that? Because SMS is all that they do. They're obsessed over it, and that's why they get outsized results for people. And I know probably right now with SMS, you're using some tool or other that does 5 or 6 different things for you, and it's kind of nice and it's convenient and all your data is right there. That's not going to get you to the promised land, friend. For me, when I made the switch to Postscript, we went from making very little money on SMS to being a top 1% account on Postscript, qualitatively, quantitatively, inside of a year. Okay. And I'll give you the secret. I just did what they told me to do. They got the data. They know what works and what you need to implement at what points in your calendar. If you go to postscript.io/SMS-benchmarks, you're going to get a very clear data set. My kind of company, my vertical, my revenue band. What should I be doing? Then you go to Postscript and they're going to help get you there. We really appreciate them being part of the show. Many thanks to Postscript. Next, we have a very exciting segment coming up here. It is the one and only Carson. It is the one and only ad versus ad.
Let's go.
Let the fight begin.
I'm ready.
Fight me.
I'm ready.
This is a showdown. It is a showdown between Colin and I. He's bringing his ad to the table, and I am bringing mine. And I just want to say here at the outset, I think you have done a little bit of subterfuge here, and you have chosen an ad from a beloved friend of ours, TJ Bongiorno. And I think you've kind of set me up to not be able to argue against this.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you are admitting to it. TJ, I just want to say from the front, I love you and I love your product, but I gotta do myself justice here and I gotta win this thing. Producer Carson is going to give us the points, both on merit and argumentative points, etc. And producer Carson is going to decide the winner today. But we need to decide who goes first here, Colin.
Okay.
And I don't have a coin to flip. I'd like to do rock, paper, scissors.
Sure.
Okay.
And then to your point where, I'm maybe Yeah, I'm juicing a little.
You're juicing it for sure. You are.
Guess. You know what Al Davis said? Just win, baby. Just win. Doesn't matter.
Just win, baby. Okay. You know the rules.
Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper. Wait. Where are we going? 1, 2, 3.
We shoot on 3.
We shoot on 3.
We shoot on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I need to start over.
Okay, we shoot on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. You want to go first? You want to go second?
Let's do it. Hit me first.
You want to go first? Okay.
Yeah, I want it.
All right, wait. Before we go, you go first. Okay. Then I will show mine and I will rebut yours, and then we will give you a chance to rebut after I finish. Okay,
sure.
That's how this thing's gonna go. Okay, go ahead.
Now, this is an ad from the Outgoing Co. Our amazing friend TJ, who is running this. Somebody screenshotted it. This is an incredible thumb-stopping image because obviously it's about, it's implied that this is about drugs, but it's not. You have to read more into it and understand that this is actually about the powder from the Outgoing Co. But the half of the game, I would say maybe half to 2/3 of the game, is you have to have a thumb-stopping image and make this audience absolutely stop, and you got to get those eyeballs immediately on you. Nothing is worse than an ad that does not get seen, that does not get engagement. This is exactly what this does. And then you actually dive into it even more, and you're like, oh, actually, this isn't what this is about. I'm going to tap to read more because it's actually about the Outgoing Co. powder. And he's also shooting out each of the different deliverables. So kicks in within 20 minutes. It's natural. There's no negative side effects. And then it allows you to socialize. So a lot of people initially are like, oh, what kind of crazy drug is this? But then it just links out to the Outgoing Co. And it's just the powder that he has there. So I think this is amazing. I think 99% of the battle maybe is the thumb stop. And I would run this with so many variations. And I'm sure this is absolutely crushing for him, which he semi-confirmed that it is crushing for him. And that's all that matters.
And for those who cannot see, it's a big bowl of white stuff. It's a big bowl of white powder. And
you
says,
said
what's
that.
The headline? What's the headline, Carson? Go back. What's the headline here? The headline is "The Natural Powder Turning Shy People into Social Butterflies in 20 Minutes."
Yeah.
You can get an unlimited social battery without alcohol, but only if ... So I think we all get the implication. It is scroll stopping. TJ's great. I think it's a very effective ad. I don't think it's better than the one I'm about to show you, though. Okay?
Let's see it.
We need to roll this out here. Okay. And I'll just say, you're going to notice in this ad a few things that Colin's ad did not have, which is why this ad is going to win this contest. Please play for us, Carson.
A lot of you have been asking me to test out the clothes steamer that's on TikTok, so I tested out the most popular one.
Look at that!
The Dr. Flash clothes steamer works so freaking well. It takes the wrinkles out within 2 swipes at the most. This part swivels. It works super fast.
Incredible.
Take it with you traveling. I will never use an iron ever again. This thing is fantastic. I will say you are not wasting your money on this one. This actually works super well.
Okay. Number 1, visual hook, strong. She's swiping that steamer across those clothes and the wrinkles disappear. First of all, it's like the most wrinkly clothes I've ever seen in my entire life. Like somebody's really not taking care of their laundry. Okay. Swipe that thing across, all the wrinkles disappear. Okay. And you notice she says, this is not an iron. It's not an iron. It's a steamer. It's a steamer. That's important, Colin, because it elicits lots of arguments in the comments. Oh, so it's an iron. No, it's not. It's a steamer. And you got people going back and forth in those comments, okay? Back and forth. More visual hooks showing different types of garments. They say, oh, you can twist it, pack it with you when you travel. And then at the end, I think it's on sale right now. Go ahead and click that big boy and check it out. Now, one thing that this obviously has in favor over your ad is strong visual hook, and they just keep on coming, eliciting arguments in the comments. And
my God,
guess what? It's on sale. Go check this thing out. Now, I don't know how your ad can stand up to that. To me, it's just it's a no-brainer. This isn't a competition at all. Okay, your rebuttal.
I think your ad was good. I think it was a little basic. I don't think there was a ton of creativity behind it where, I think everybody can do this and just, showcase the product. That's cool. Mine incites curiosity. It's pushing people to click through. It's pushing people to click through to go onto the website, which means that TJ is getting more user data, getting more user customer data, which then he can email, which then he can text. Your ad is just saying, I want to buy it right now. Oh, I kind of like this product. It didn't really, get me kind of crazy about it. I wasn't pumped. Whereas TJ's,
you must not have wrinkly clothes, I guess.
I never have wrinkly clothes. I'm not the ICP.
Producer Carson, give us your call, my friend. Who's the winner of this? Give us a score. Why don't you give each of us a score and tell us who's the winner?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was looking on the steamer as far as like the ticket price. It looks like it's about $50.
Great.
And it's on a TikTok placement, obviously. So, you're getting, and honestly, I was looking at their page. They've been getting a ton of this. It looks to be more so organic, some of their placements. And so
give me a score, brother. I need a score.
I know it's tough. You got two great ads. I'm gonna give just because I think this is it went away. I'm gonna say the steamer is an 8.2.
Okay, and the other one?
I'm gonna say the white powder is like a 7.3. I just think that because I think if those ads are performing so well on TikTok and it's a sub $60 sell.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's killer. I mean,
Carson, the thing is
you're getting free CPMs if you're just posting organically.
Producer Carson, the thing is that some things they just don't even have to be explained. If you know, you know, and when you see it and you know it, and wow, I think that we need to give me like just a little bit of celebratory. Just
something now to get the people on the floor.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right, big boy. Oh boy, feels good to be a winner. It feels good to be a winner. Hey, the good news is though, hey, we'll be here again next week.
Yeah,
we'll be here again next week,
with
and maybe whoever's our guest, maybe we can keep them around and get them a little ad.
That's fair.
Are you sad now?
I'm a little sad.
Don't be sad.
God, I feel like I didn't make a good argument. That's why I feel.
Bro. Hey, sometimes you win them, you lose them.
It's okay.
No one to hold.
I thought you were really great, though.
Thank you.
I mean, what did I say? 7.3, 7.4, 8.
Terrible.
Okay.
Terrible.
All right. As we move forward here, but before we do, we need to talk about AMP. If you cannot explain how your business is doing in a sentence or two or a single dashboard, I'm not sure you know how your business is doing. Your CAC, your LTV, how you're tracking toward forecast. You got to be locked in on those things. And if you were to ask yourself or your team now, you may get a variety of answers with people all tracking their various metrics in different ways and forms scattered across your Google Workspace. You need to go to useamp.com, use their tool Lifetimely, and scale with confidence in 2026. Don't you want to be able to scale with confidence and have all of your answers all in one easy and pleasant to view space? Yes, you do. The good news is you use Lifetimely, you get all their other tools for free. You want to talk about AI innovation? Their CEO, Patrick Barnes, was just on the show. They are rolling out incredible developments, I believe less than 20 days now, where their AI will be prompting you, my friend, rather than the other way around. Drop this cohort, push this product, let's test this offer. Go to useamp.com, scale with confidence in 2026. Make yourself a few more dollars at the end of the day. Many thanks for them being part of the show. We are back. And Colin, as you know, there was a huge AppLovin debate the weekend.
A brawl.
A war.
Look at this.
This
This
comes
is just.
Go ahead,
This is
go ahead.
a 22 retweets, 89,000 views, over 64 comments, 96 bookmarks.
Oof.
Colin, I know Colin. I've talked with Colin. Great guy. Very reasonable, level-headed dude. This hit a nerve with some people. This hit a nerve.
It hit a nerve.
This got hot. This got hot in the comments. Yeah.
And you know, it makes you question. It makes you question, hey, is AppLovin the cheat code that I thought that it was? I will say, I've had an incredible experience with AppLovin.
Yeah.
Very happy with it. I think that there are a lot of people, as has been manifest in the comments, there are a lot of people who are thinking, looks like to me this is a great second or third option for all of my ad spend now. Very happy to see that it exists. But Colin Slattery and others, friends of the show that we have had on, Corey Dobbin, catching a lot of heat in here, we politely, forthrightly put out there over the weekend, this is a debate worth having. And I believe it is a debate worth having. This is our tweet here. This debate is worth having. Pick the date and time. We are happy to host and moderate. Now, a lot of action on this one as well. We ended up being featured inside of a little news roundup on Twitter for the weekend. Marketers debate AppLovin's in-app ad value after scam claim. Here's what I will say.
Yeah.
Colin and I, we are honest operators. And hey, a lot of you don't know this, but I had about a decade of experience inside the counseling space, okay, working out problems, hearing valid thoughts, okay, from both parties. I'm good at this. And we put this out here. Why? Because we want to fuel debate and have lots of argument and get lots of insults. No, the point is, hey, we're all in this for everybody to make money. Everybody to make money and have success and go up and to the right. And what I will say, even though right now there are people who have different viewpoints than me on this, based on my own experience, different perspectives than me, I want to hear them out.
Absolutely.
I want to. Why do I want that? Because we're all here to see everybody win at the end of the day. And if they've got data that I don't have, I would love to hear it. It doesn't mean I'll change my mind, but I do think that their voice should be heard because there's obviously perspective and thoughts they have and that they have seen that I have not. Is that fair?
That's fair. I think there's also two things that need to be brought up with AppLovin as well. One is I think the product matters. And so I don't think it's for every single product on earth. The product matters. What the product you're putting on AppLovin matters a lot for the success.
Yeah.
Along with that is the same for other platforms as well. That's not an AppLovin specific thing. It matters a lot what product you're moving forward with. I think the second thing is folks need to also do a holdout test. A lot of folks were commenting and basically like, okay, cool, do a holdout test. And people just want to throw stones and not actually do the holdout test and just be like, wow, it doesn't work. It's like, well, have you run the test? Have you run, something against this? Have you run a control group? And I'm like, well, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, okay. Well, then what are we talking about here? I don't care if you're a marketer trying to argue emotionally about something. I do not care about it. I want the data. And guess what?
Data.
Your CFO wants the data because he's trying to keep the lights on with the payroll. So your emotions and been like, I don't want to run the test do not matter. You need to do the holdout test and you need to see if it's a viable thing. It probably is.
Yeah, the data is what matters at the end of the day. And what I will say is that, Colin Slattery, who started this whole conversation, he himself has said, I've done holdout tests. It's not like I'm coming from no holdout experience here. But I think very much a debate worth having for the betterment of everyone involved. And you know what? If you are in our house, there's not going to be any name calling. There's not going to be any running over others with a bus. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen because we can control the environment here. And I'll say this too, guys, we all know this. A lot of us are real tough behind a keyboard, but once you actually talk with somebody face to face, a lot of times that conversation goes a lot smoother than you think it would otherwise. That's my experience on all this. So
We're all trying to go to the same place, folks. We're all trying
We're
to
all
go to the
trying to
same
go.
place.
We are.
Yeah.
We're trying to go to the promised land. That's where we're
Exactly.
going. That's where we're going. Also, interesting development over the weekend and a nightmare story, a nightmare scenario. Okay. This Nick Shackelford is sharing this, but I think I saw others tweeting it as well. We just found out our AI has been making up analytics data for 3 months, and I'm gonna throw up. I want to read some more of this post. So we've been using an AI agent since November to answer leadership questions about metrics. It seemed amazing at first, fast answers, detailed explanations. Everyone loved it. I just found out it's been hallucinating numbers this entire time. Our VP of sales made territory decisions based on data that didn't exist. Our CFO showed the board a deck with fake insights. The AI was just inventing plausible sounding percentages. Oh no, I only caught it by accident when someone asked me to double check something. I started digging. Oh my goodness, it's bad. It is possible, ladies and gentlemen, for AI to hallucinate its numbers and you to make company-wide decisions that are very poorly informed and entirely made up in the first place. I think this is signal here, especially as AI is developing. We know there's incredible opportunities, insights, capabilities. We know that, but it's still not all the way there yet. And so what does that mean? We can't be too over reliant on doing whatever the agent says, following through and pushing out whatever data it has come up with. I think there's a little indictment here on perhaps operator laziness. Hey, and also I think this causes me to want to double down and triple check everything that I'm putting out there for the very fact of being truthful. Is this? I mean, does that impact you the same way?
Chris, I got 3 words for you. I got 3 words for you about this story. You ready for this?
Are you going to say this is made up?
It's too late. Those are my 3 words. The genie's out of the bottle. This doesn't matter. We're going to hear 50,000 of these stories. It doesn't matter. AI's going this way. People do not care. That once they start helping and basically doing a part of their job, I can guarantee you none of them are going back. And even though this is taking place and we're going to hear 50, 100, 150, 300 more stories like this, it doesn't matter. The train keeps going on because they're able to do their job 100 times easier. Doesn't matter.
Well, I think you're probably right. It does make me want to, put in place the old adage, trust but verify,
Absolutely.
Like, hey, I'm so glad you did all this, but
what's crazy to think about is this is happening on a global scale. So we're just giving fake numbers to each other. So the US economy and probably global just starts to operate off of hallucinated numbers back and forth. And then you just don't know what's true or not. And you're just like, well, I guess it was true 6 months ago. So I guess we can keep moving forward.
And the thing is, too, there's all kind of comments on this tweet of people saying, like, yeah, actually, my AI did the same thing. I had to fact check it. It even pushed back when I fact checked it. I mean, this is a problem. This is a problem. And it made me wonder, like, oh, gosh, are all the things that I've pushed out true? And it made me want to go back and verify, doubly, triply checking. I'm not sure that this, I think you're right. I mean, I'm not sure that it gets healed anytime soon.
No shot.
It's scary.
No, it's okay. We're fine.
Scary. If my job hinges on it, it's scary. That's what I'll say. If my job hinges on this information being actual, then it's a little scary. Are there any decisions that are too important to outsource to AI? And I mean, maybe all of them, but a lot of the trend here is, hey, set up these agents with harnesses that continue to work and do their thing. They improve themselves and all of your things keep moving forward. Is there anything that's too important to just trust?
I don't know. I mean, the push for AI is literally everything. So they're saying, hey, we're going to be your CFO in a pocket. We're going to do your taxes for you. Yeah. We're going to handle all of your spend. Let us, push the buttons up and down. I don't know. I mean, At some point, you gotta let the reins off. But I do think there's a level of control where you should obviously trust and verify. I think there's a check-in period. That's kind of how I'm viewing this, where it's like, hey, we let that thing run for a couple days. Let's check in. Let's see what's going on.
Anything that's affecting the dollars in my bank account,
Yeah.
I am concerned about.
For sure.
Concerned about.
Absolutely.
Very interesting. Well, we shall follow it and see what continues to develop. Before we get to our last batch of lightning round, X weekend roundup stories that happened while we were gone just for 48 hours. Before we get there, let's talk about Seguno. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify, ladies and gentlemen. Why is that important? It means your email and your reviews and your banners and all of those things, they live right where you already work and play every day. That's important because it means you don't have to trust a duct-taped integration and hope that your data is actually true. We just covered a story that was on top of this very thing. Your Shopify data is the data. This is email 3.0, okay? And if you don't have a full-time email marketer on your team, Seguno is built for you. It's built for lean teams with big aspirations, one-click automations, actual humans who will help you, even not just on your Seguno things that you're trying to accomplish, but they'll help you on Shopify. You just write in and they will start talking to you and actually helping you. This is a big reason why they got Shopify's 2024 Build App of the Year, okay? You go to Seguno.com, you'll get a free trial. If you tell them Colin I sent you, they'll extend that free trial to 30 days, okay? We're going to have CEO Chris on the show here very soon. He's been in the email game for e-commerce ever since it began. He's got a lot to say. Go to Seguno.com. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Next here, OpenAI basically acqui-hired Peter Steinberger, the creator of OpenClaw.
Yeah.
And, I mean, surprising to me, okay? He moves the name from Claudebot to Moltbot to OpenClaw, and it goes from being a Claude Anthropic associated product to now he's being hired by OpenAI. And to me, this is a generational fumble by Claude. Generational. I mean, the guy, his product has gone viral. Everybody's buying Mac Minis to set up their Claude agents on OpenClaw now. Name's changed several times. And instead of Claude just like buying this guy, you come our way. Now OpenAI has hired him, and Meta's Manus is now releasing their own version of their customizable agents who can do what they, essentially do what people are already doing on OpenClaw. I find this so fascinating. Carson, go to our next one here. This is people asking, hey, shouldn't have OpenClaw like gone to Anthropic? It feels like a fumble that OpenClaw is going to OpenAI and not Anthropic. Any reason in particular? Then of course they ask Steve here, and no, Peter. They ask Peter, and he says, go to our next one here. He says, yeah, they only sent love letters from legal. That's all. That's all Anthropic sent. Okay, they didn't send any offers. They only sent love letters from legal saying you got to change the name. Claudebot's too close. Sorry, got to move it.
Ouch.
So he did, and eventually he himself went to OpenAI instead of going to Anthropic. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think it is a generational fumble in the same way? I think they totally missed the boat on this one. Anthropic did. I mean.
No, totally fine. They'll keep moving forward. No big deal. But that is not the big story for this. And I think a lot of people are missing the bigger story of this. He did this in 84 days, 0 to 84 days. And we do not know the acquisition number. Some are rumoring it is in the upward higher range of the hundreds of millions of dollars to get this acquisition. Folks, he built this in 84 days and was acquired for over $100 million, and
That's
also still going to the gym and posting selfies looking yoked, mogging on people, as people are saying.
That's right.
We aren't talking about that enough, that you can do this. We talk about this on the show a lot, Chris, where, it's the one-man brand. we just showed you the one-man brand, and he built it in 84 days and then sold it for multiple $100 million. That's the bigger story. Nobody missed here, but this guy hit a home run. He hit a grand slam of grand slams.
It is an incredible outcome for him. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think this should not be glazed over. The guy is absolutely jacked. Okay?
Jacked,
He's
yes.
yoked. Okay.
He's yoked. And then, by the way, probably in that acquisition, he gets a ton of OpenAI shares, which are, I don't know, I think those are pretty valuable these days.
Probably pretty valuable.
So in 84 days, I'm going to say this again because I feel like it's not emphasized enough.
It's true.
In 84 days, he set up generational wealth for his family.
He did.
While still looking yoked like The Rock. Because of so many people come on here and they're like, oh yeah, I got to grind for my business 24 hours. I can't go to the gym. Peter just showed you don't have to do that, dude. He just did over $100 million. I'm like mind blown by this.
It is. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And I'm eager to see somebody do the same thing inside of the D2C space.
Yeah. I think we both have to get yoked now.
Oh, well, I think we do. I think we do. I've still been leaning on my, excuses. I have. I am in much better shape. I will say.
Think of Peter. Peter.
I know.
He just sold OpenAI for multiple $100 million.
He did.
He's got that OpenAI shares, and he is mogging on people with gym selfies. Like, yo, these are my arms.
He's mogging on us. He is.
Yeah.
With his bag and his biceps.
Yeah.
He's mogging on us.
He's got the 2 B's, bags and biceps now.
He's got the bag and he's got the biceps.
The third one he's getting is the Bugatti. And then
he'll get the Bugatti. I think he already had a very successful exit a few years before this as well. I don't think
he's a winner.
Yeah. I think the guy just wins and keeps on winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
unreal.
I was like, golly, what were they thinking? I don't know why did Anthropic not just go scoop this guy up, man? I mean, it's like, if you got Jony Ive at Apple, you don't let him go. If you discover this guy who's, using your product or a copy of your product to do incredible things that's going viral, just bring that guy into the fold. Somebody's going to give him the bag, and Sam was happy to do it.
I mean, you just touched on it again. OpenAI grabbed Ivy. And so you can kind of see how Sam is thinking about these things where he's like, I don't have to build this. I'm just going to acquire all of the best chips and build the most amazing dish ever. But I'm just going to buy all the chips and then make this amazing dish with all the chips in it. Yeah. And so they have a boatload of funding. They have to spend it. So now he's thinking about, I'm going to go on a talent spree. And I'd be curious who else he gets. I'd be very curious who else he gets.
He's doing it. Well, in the same vein, incredible resource that was released here, how Anthropic's marketing team uses Claude Code. Wouldn't you like to know that? I would. Yeah. They've got these two, we'll call them screenshots, but they're more than that. Claude Code for growth marketing. I'm just going to read some of the highlights here. Main Claude Code use cases: automated Google Ads creative generation, Figma plugin for mass creative production, Meta Ads MCP server for campaign analytics, advanced prompt engineering with memory systems. Next here, Carson. And then our second one, dramatic time savings on repetitive tasks, 10x increase in creative output, operating like a larger team, strategic focus shift. And then top tips, identify API-enabled repetitive tasks, break complex workflows into specialized sub-agents, thoroughly brainstorm and prompt plan before coding. There's a lot in here, and I will say, my hands have I've dipped my toes. I've dipped my toes in.
Yeah.
They've gotten a little wet inside of the Claude Code space. And I will just say this, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like Superman. I feel like a Superman marketer. And I have to say, C. Halsky's here about to go on a generational run. This is
Let's
the
go.
era of the Superman marketer and the
Absolutely.
one-man brand. Ecom 4.0 is the rise of the underdog, and I can feel it. I can feel it in my veins when I am inside of Claude Code and I see those scripts come forth based on all of said data that is available on the interwebs in every place and space, and seeing those outputs run forth based on how many tokens a lion does not worry himself with token usage. They just roll forth. I'm telling you, I feel like Superman, and
Yeah.
I am so excited about 2026. I think there's a lot that people should take out here and actually get inside of the terminal. Do it. Get inside of the terminal and start using it. Now, don't stay. I know I want to stay a layer or two above too, and use something that's super easy that I can text and blah, 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 blah. I know that's the temptation. You got to get inside the terminal and get down to the ground level. Superman marketer.
It's coming. I mean, it's coming. I hope that Claude kind of rolls out a couple more use cases, ideally, where it's like, hey, you really want to do this one thing. We're going to show you how to do it specifically. Here's this entire function we can automate. Here's kind of how we can take you through that. I would love for them to kind of release more, quote unquote, playbooks.
Yes.
To kind of show, hey, you want to do social media stuff. Here's a great little playbook. You want to do XYZ ad stuff. Here you go. Here's a nice little playbook. I would love for them to come with that so that people can just grab it up, use it really easily, and then just start to integrate that into their workflow.
Agree. Same. Some quick hitters as we finish today's show. Truman Show brands. This is a theme that we have hit on many times. This comes to us from Maxwell Copy, Max Sturdivant, and he's got a long list here. We're just going to hit the first one. In 2026, we are going to start seeing the rise of brands using their employees as micro-influencers. Yes, and amen. Follow the example, right? Follow the example of Barstool. They've created so many like little stars inside of their office. Employee-generated content, or EGC, like his coining of this phrasage here, is a new trend where employees from brands document their journey. Why? In 2026, people want to buy from people. And employees documenting their journey says a whole lot about a brand instead of just a faceless, nameless corporation. Then he's got a lot of examples. Chomps, he goes through, just take us through some of these next ones here, Carson. He's got a lot of examples in this thread. He moves forward to Alice Mushrooms next. He moves forward here to Duolingo, who has had a very interesting social media run up until now. He's got some great examples here. I think this is totally right. And I know the temptation is like, hey, I don't want any of my employees to become social media famous, because then if they do, then people want to pay them money and then they'll leave me. I know that's the temptation, but
then they will. Okay.
I think you got to push against that and just, Barstool's a great example. He's had a number of people leave. Okay. But more people show up too, because they want to be a part of that.
Exactly.
And they're on a generational run. I think you got to index in this direction. EGC, employee generated content. Do it. Truman Show brands. I like it.
I love it. I mean, you said the second part, which I think a lot of people don't think of, where more people are coming in the door because they think your brand is cool. Yes, you're going to get really good and people will leave you. That's okay. But guess what? Because of what they've built, more people are going to want to be involved with you. And so you just keep multiplying. There's going to be a supply of people that think your brand is really cool, want to work with you, empower them. And guess what? They're going to be forever thankful. Like there's a great example. Alex Cooper, Call Her Daddy. She always shouts out Barstool, and she's like, you know what? I really appreciate Dave for what he did for me. And she got an absolute bag.
Yeah.
She got an absolute bag. And guess what? You can still have great terms with them, and they can go on to do amazing things.
I think everyone should be in shock and awe of this next tweet from our own Metab Bogle of Carta Ventures. Talk about IRL brands. Anyone here do a ton of events for their brand? We are doing 200 plus this year, and I'd like to trade those. Talk about IRL brands and events. Metab says we're doing 200 plus this year. Okay. That's like basically every third day. All right.
Oh my God.
if you're thinking about, hey, maybe we should test drive like a single event per quarter, and maybe it'll work for us. Okay, start. Okay. Everybody needs to take a baby step. Mitab is event mogging us all right now by pulling one off every third day of the year. Let us behold. It is quite a sight. I don't know how they pull this off, but I was so pumped to see this. I think this is the right way.
This is huge. Please, Mitab, drop a playbook on how you're able to do this both for the brand and also with your calendar, because this is insane.
It is insane. Next, add advice from the founder of Frostbuddy.
Yeah.
If your brand, this is Brock Mamasser, if your brand is struggling with content, try going to the gym and making shirtless vids. Definitely helped us 3x last year. And I know a lot of times founders, they're, not so eager to get in front of the camera.
Sure.
But if you want a 3x, you might need to take off that shirt and get in front of the camera. And let's see some examples here. Brock, he himself has been doing this, and he's been doing it a lot. Okay. He's shredded, and he's yapping in front of the camera, and he's got all kinds of products here. Now, the funny thing is that this is what I told Steele Walker, who was on the show last week. I told him this. I told him, hey, use the bod. Okay. You look good. Okay, you are the real McCoy. You are a baseball player who is selling a baseball product. Brother, go shirtless and sell that thing. I was half joking, but now I'm even more bold because Brock is doing it for Frostbuddy. If you got it, use it. Do whatever it needs to do. Whatever you need to do. Stop the scroll. I think this is great.
100%. You got to use what you have, folks. You got to use what you have. Okay, I'm not super yoked and jacked up, so I got to read a lot and be smart on things all the time. Because I can't do this. And so maybe at some point I'll get jacked up and, I will, sell to OpenAI for $1 billion after I'm mogging on people with selfies.
Exactly.
Another example, but definitely do this. This is great. I mean, look jacked. Also just be healthy. Be a healthy founder. That's really important here too. That's the through line is be a healthy founder. Have that healthy mentality too.
Another correlation between getting the bag and healthy biceps. I think that's
biceps bags.
Yeah. Use the bicep to get the bag. You have the bag. You have bigger biceps.
Boom, boom.
There's a correlation there. I'm not saying it's causation, but there is correlation. And I don't think anybody can debate that one. Sure. Okay. Lastly, this is an excellent tweet from Alex. We probably reference her too much. Okay. But
no.
I do like, I'm a big liker of these tweets, and she's flexing on all of us with this one. We will round out the show with this bad boy. I am not afraid that AI is going to steal my job because 90% of you have no idea why you're winning, if you're winning at all. That's why I have a job.
I love this.
I love this flexing brain power on all of us.
I love that. Just a pure shot caller right there. Just saying, most of you don't know why you're being successful right now. This is why I'm successful. Yes. And I love that. And so I love that confidence too.
A little rage bait, just a little provocation, a little provoking. And then she did slip that link down there underneath, either for her newsletter or for signing up for something. Very wise. Well done.
Love it.
Big fan.
Great stuff.
Many thanks to Ray Lee, CEO of Sene, for coming on the show. Many thanks to our partners, Seguno and Postscript and AMP. And many thanks, especially to producer Carson, for being so wise and, awarding your boy Ad winner of the week. Many thanks. And yes, Carson, I will be giving you that extra money that we talked about now before the show. I'm kidding.
I'm coming back with a vengeance next week. Just know that.
We know it, and we expect it. And thanks for joining us today. We will be here tomorrow. See you on the other side.